Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mr. Al.
Hi, everyone. Communication is a vital part of our jobs as CRTs. Keeping that open line of communication between you and the school and the teacher you've replaced is really important. And I want to touch on feedback, the feedback you leave for teachers that you've replaced. The form that I use regularly is a note that outlines all the different things that have happened. So the first thing I look at is the lesson plan. I run through what you were able to implement into the classroom and run from the lesson plan that was left by the teacher. Talk about the things that worked really well, the things the kids grasped and the things the kids struggled with. Write down the lessons that you're able to implement but didn't take as long as what was allocated. Might be because the children have picked up on the concept quickly and they're happy and understand it, and so you have to bring something out of your bag of tricks. Write down what you did. So it shows the teacher that you've replaced that you're able to continue the learning and engagement in those students, what you've covered. Next part would be student behaviour. Talk about which students struggled behaviour-wise in the classroom on the day and maybe what some of the consequences might have been for that behaviour that you've put in place or the school has put in place. Talk about the good stuff as well, the students that have excelled, achieved and were really helpful and settled during your day, because these students also need to be recognised. And any other incidences that pop up that might need to be followed through with the next day. Last of all, just a general note on the atmosphere of the children. I usually leave something like the children were settled or they enjoyed this or they were quite tired by the end of the day. Something a little bit general just to give the teacher an understanding of how the group was as a whole. If there is an incident that needs to be followed up, I tend to leave extra details in case the teacher wants to talk through those details with me personally. So I quite often leave my email address and my phone number, and if they wish to contact me, then it's another way of them contacting through instead of waiting for me to come back and discussing it at a later date. If everything has gone well or there needs to be a follow-up and I'm in the school in the following days, I like to make contact with those teachers that I've replaced. Go in and check in, make sure they've received my notes, ask if they want any clarification in any area that I've mentioned, and if there's anything that I have maybe missed in my note that might need to be elaborated on with the teacher at the time, so that everyone is informed about how that day went and what can be done next time in a better way. So lots of different ways that you can communicate and feedback to the teacher that you've replaced. There might be a time when you might want to sit down and make up your own pro forma that you might like to use in schools as feedback, or there might be other ways that you like to communicate with teachers. So have a think about the importance of that communication and which way is best for you to communicate back with these teachers in that feedback form. Come around and see how you go.